In terms of utility as well, Ben, it's very limited. It's only the one smoke and flash, so it'll be cast over now. That is the entire of the utility used, but they get the early entries. A double frag found as coldzera looks to attempt to make a play, but Ethan will be able to overthrow him in a matter of seconds, and it is all on Fallen and Stewie 2K to bail them out.
I can't feel it's an instant save, right? You've got some armor, some grenades even being saved for Fallen. He has a kit as well. That setup, I can't feel like MiBR should have done better with it, right? You had a player in apartments in Tarek. Obviously, he had a CZ close range angle. You think he has a good chance of getting a kill. Doesn't get the shot down. Fair falls on sight. coldzera, obviously, we saw him trying to get that little kill towards the backside of some of the players, but unfortunately, Ethan right behind him stops him in his tracks. And Fallen was being quite chancy with his peaks there. He wanted to try and get something, potentially being a bit greedy. Stewie getting pushed in the last few seconds here. Hoping to stay alive, does get the kill, and that should be it. He keeps his 100 armor.
The push starts to come through. NRG going to make their move around and go for the push in towards the bomb site. Daps immediately hit by the Molotov, burnt to a crisp, and will be taken down by coldzera. Cold as well, keeping it going as he finds the follow-up headshot. Fugly taken down a matter of seconds, Ben. This isn't looking too fantastic. Fur will be the only one to try and deny them now, as it is the 2 versus 2. They're both on the side, but they have no health. But Cirque finds the frag, starts to step up massively with the AWP. We need to see Cirque at that level if they're going to win this game. Stewie comes back around. 1 versus 2 here. Tiptoes up towards them, gets in position with a wide swing, knocks the head off of the first man, looks for the second as well with the spam. Ethan was so low, he'll be able to very awkward indeed. They are grouped up and prepared for the side take. So they will go for the burst out through apps. Tarek's falls in a matter of second though. coldzera luckily will be able to trade it, and Fur starts to hit them with the assault and battery, but it's quickly snuffed out. And this side take towards the A site once again is quite messy. We've seen these very back and forth
effect there. So the retake banana, Molotov does come in. Ethan fights behind it, but loses the fight. Stewie wins that. NRG, they've got 40 seconds to execute here until there's a matter of time where MiBR might have an extra man rotated over. Tarek gets a kill with the AWP as well. We need to see some big things from him.
Oh, Tarek with a double. Waits for some more. Going to go for the peek back around. But Cirque actually starts to push up. And in the meantime, Fugly's been able to find himself not 1, but 2 entries towards the site. So it is a 2 versus 3 here into the round with 20 seconds remaining. The teams can still win this one, but it is starting to slip away from them. Fallen gets the pick off on Cirque. Getting confidence, he'll just mow them down.
Definitely, he's one of the better AWPers in NA right now. And Fugly, he holds that Tarek, he just keeps going as well.
Fugly with a flickaroonie though. Hits him with a biff uppercut and lays Tarek out. At this point, it's now up to Stewie 2K and Fallen. The double AWPs. Can the big man do some damage? Switches out to the Deagle to show his prowess with a pistol. Eliminates Fugly as he waits for the push to come towards him. Drops the smoke to at least buy time. Nearly with a no-scope. It was seconds away from connecting. And Stewie is now left to try and salvage what is left of this round for MiBR. So 1 versus 3 if he opts to go for it. Smoke is still bloomed, so he has no vision. It allows them safe passage back towards the pit. So they have better angles to play with here on the post plant. Stewie remains scoped and slowly ascends up towards the site. The confidence is there for him, but will he really find anything? Peers in towards the angle. Ben spots out a player, a bit of a slow reaction, lands the tag. Oh, but can't quite get the frag with the USP. Will be able to connect it in the end, but it's too little too late.
We'll delay things quite a lot. NRG needs to think things through again. It'll be about 38 seconds on the clock before they go through, but Fugly gets a kill straight through it. I mean, that's one way to get advances forward. Tarek does a lot of damage to 2 players as well. This is going to be a crunch on the side. 2 players left. They need to go huge.
Oh, Tarek with a headshot eliminates Ethan very easily, but there's a response from Cirque. This is what I was talking about, Ben. It's the one-man army just leaps and bounds his way through this round of a tasty 2K.
That smoke, but look at the time. 30 seconds left. That Molotov will do nothing. It's smoked on the corner. But Ethan influencing the map, getting killed there. And he gets another one! Oh. That B-site should be free, though. There's only going to be the 1 player there. Fallen all on his lone time needs to go absolutely massive.
It feels like that's mad, though. Never should have got away with a follow-up frag. And Fallen, a lot to do, but unfortunately, no head to do it with, as his block will be knocked off. Cirque towards mid as well. Normally confident to try and go for the wide swing in these ones, as coldzera will keep him on his toes, but blows him away. And it's only Tarek that remains trapped.
So as soon as the smokes come in, Ethan should get the call to throw the grenade. And that grenade is missed horrifically.
Yeah,
it's actually bounced the barrel. Really awkwardly, yeah. Although that was a very quick boost.
It was. Cheeky stuff coming out there from Ethan, but no real damage being found. It does not matter, though. as Breze will be able to backstab his way through the first man, eliminate Stewie 2K, and they look for more. Bit of a head bounce coming out as well. As the party patrol will arrive back round through Garden and execute out on towards the bomb site. Two men grouped up there in close proximity. coldzera finds one. Tarek peeks out as well. And the crossfire is working amazingly here. It felt like that retake should have been NRG's to win, but it's the elevated angle. The smoke will go down. Ethan falls back, drops towards first oranges, but gets spotted. Stewie on a T side, able to do what Ethan was doing to him, Ben. A complete role reversal towards that B site now.
And you can see the call. The call was originally just to have Stewie send, I think. But the fact he's got into the site, seen nobody else, means that the bomb has come towards that site now. It should be going down. And it means that Tarek, he's trying to get even more exit kills, and Fugly misses the spray.
Tarek's having a field day here and still finding frags, Ben. Ripping money straight out of them. And it is only Cirque that remains, and he will have a hard task put on him now. He has to try and stay alive and keep the AWP. Won't be able to further the pre-fire, connects it. Trying to develop this play. That's the AK in his hands. Meanwhile, over at the barn, that is going to be Daps finding a frag on Tarek, but the response from Furlan is flawless. Cirque able to pick him back. Right now, Ben, they fall into a 2 versus 4. It's a pretty awkward spot to be left in. Sideline strike as well into coldzera. Fugly will take him down, and Fallen already finding a nice kill onto Daps. Can he further that anymore? 45 seconds left on the clock. They have cash to play with, and he seems confident to try and trickle his way in towards the site. Goes for the wide swing out. Didn't realize that Breze was hiding in pit and help out towards this site with Ethan. Ethan goes into quite an outrageous position already to try and kick it off. Will go down to Tarek, and Cirque has so much to do. And a very hard task stacked against him.
The plant will come down, but unfortunately for Cirque, that's not the correct spam. So it's going to be a 3v4 on this small site. Oh, that's a hell of a shot.
That's ridiculous. Then he snaps his wrist with how quick he flicked. Eliminates Stewie 2K, though, and puts them into a beautiful position. However, they will have to fall back. You can see in terms of him not being able to really be a playmaker. He hasn't actively been going for those bold pushes. Does get the first frag this time around, though. Stewie 2K tries to slide in towards mid. Tarek will respond, shuts down Daps. Breze with only one before he's traded back. But this is the Cirque we know and love, starting to get fired up, Ben. The cannonball ramming his way through two men. What more can he achieve as Fur will go for the bomb plant through the smoke. Couple of tags comes out. Fallen. And the 1v1 there will be able to overthrow Cirque's dominance with the AWP of his own. And Fallen, it's a prime time angle. If they do try and go for this, he should be able to smite both of them. Goes to the warning shot as they do flashbang over. They're in close proximity, but Fur falls, and it is up to the big man as they push their way back around. But he's toying with them, Ben. The KZ's paying off, and so will the no-scope straight in towards Fugly.
He's played this so well, and he gets the no-scope to end it all. That was so good. The
side can try and expand around the Molotov. Takes a little bit of damage from it, but finds the frag. And nonetheless, that is the important factor. Breze, though, bails them out, finds one kill, but it is not enough. The trade comes back through. coldzera will shatter his skull and leave it just on Fugly and Ethan now to keep them alive here on Inferno, Ben, or they'll be kicked their way through to cash with MiBR taking the first map. Ethan responds by eliminating one man. Fallen gets the trade. Surely this is it. There shouldn't be much of a chance for the young gun into this round. Tries to make his move. Dances over, misses the Molotov. The headshot will come out from Tarek. That's a 16-10.